Good morning and welcome to my class. I'm Ms. Vandana Gupta, Assistant Professor of Mathematics. In my last lecture, I have given you the brief introduction of the subject, the syllabus and the question paper pattern. So today, actually, I'm going to begin with your syllabus. So as I told you in my last lecture that this course contains two sections. Okay. So section 1 is mathematics, section 2 is statistics. I'm starting with section 1 today. So section 1, which is mathematics. In this, there are 2 units. So today we are going to start with unit 1. What is unit 1? Shares and mutual funds. Now this unit is divided into 2 subunits. First is shares and the second one is mutual funds. So today we are going to talk about shares. See, being commerce students, you are aware of this word shares. Okay, you might have used this word many times during your account subject in junior college, right? So first of all, what is the meaning of a share? What is a share? See, in old days, whenever people wants to keep their saving at a at some place. See, everybody wants to save money for future. So what they used to do in old days, they used to hide their savings in some unimaginable corner of their house, or sometimes they used to bury in the ground. You might have heard such type of stories, right? So, but nowadays, the savings are they are invested very thoughtfully. Not only this saving, if you invest it in a very thoughtful way, then this will generate some more money for you, right? So those days are gone where your saving will remain as it is. Here, nowadays, you can invest your money in different portfolios, and this will give you, or this will generate more money from that. So one of the ways to invest your money to generate more money is shares. Okay, so people invest their money in shares. Now let me tell you what is shares. So see here, just a brief introduction I will give you. Whenever a person wants to start some business or some company, starting a business or a company requires a huge amount of capital. बहुत सारा पैसा चाहिए. Okay. Now it is not possible for one person to have that much amount of money. Okay. So what that person does, he invites or some more people who are also interested to join hands with him. All these people, they are like-minded people, and they wants to start some business. Okay, so they want to have this huge capital for that. Now, when they themselves cannot bring that much huge capital, what will they do? They will ask public to contribute to them by investing some amount. So, for example, to start a company, suppose these people, they are called the promoters of the company, who come forward to start the business of the company. Suppose these people, they have decided, or they have, they studied, and then they decided that they might require, say, 2 crores of rupees, okay, or say 20 lakhs. Let us start with 20 lakhs. So suppose they want 20 lakhs of rupees to start their business. What will they do? They will divide this into small unit, okay, of say 10 rupees. So how much they got? 20 lakhs. So when they divide, it will be 2 lakhs. So what they will do, this 2 lakhs, the share, and 1 unit, they will say it is of 10 rupees. So that means one share is costing rupees 10. The value of one share is 10 rupees. And how many such shares they have to have? 2 lakhs. Okay, so 2 lakhs multiplied by 10 will give them 20 lakhs. Okay, so then what they will do, one share value, they are saying it is 10 rupees. And when they divide this 20 lakhs by 10, they are getting 2 lakhs. So that means they are having 2 lakhs shares to offer to public. Okay. So they will say that our shares are available in the market. They will have to take the permission and they will have from the SEBI. And then after completing all the formalities, they can offer these shares in the market. Then people will buy their shares. So suppose, for example, suppose I buy, say, 100 shares of this company. One share is costing rupees 10 and I have bought 100 shares. So how much money I have invested? 100 multiplied by 10. That means how much? 1,000. Okay, when I purchase 100 shares of this company, each share is having the value 10. So that means I have invested 1,000 rupees in that company. Now see, I'm not going to do any work for that company. I'm just a dummy partner of that company. Okay, I've just invested my money in that. So like me, some other people will also invest. All these people will become the partner of that company because my money I'm giving them, right? So in a way, we become the partner of those who are purchasing the shares of the company, they become the partner of the company. So at the end of the year, whenever the company gets profit or loss, whatever, these shareholders or these people who have invested their money, they will get their share of the profit. Okay. So this is a brief introduction regarding the shares. So what is a share? It is the smallest unit of the total share capital of the company. So for example, here, as I told you, the promoters of the company, they study and they decide they need this much amount of money. For example, in this example, which I just gave you, the share capital was 20 lakhs. Suppose to start the business, we need 20 lakhs rupees. So 20 lakhs is the share capital. I mean, the total capital. So share is what? It is the smallest unit of the total share capital of the company. Okay. So in this example, that smallest unit was assigned as 10 rupees. Okay. Now there is certain terms which we are going to use in shares. So the first of all, I'm going to introduce you with the term face value. Now, what is the meaning of face value? It is a value which is in rupees assigned to a share as its worth. That is called as a face value. So in this example, the face value was rupees 10. Okay. It is not that always the face value will be 10 only. It can be 1 rupee, it can be 10, it can be 100. It depends. Okay. Normally, the face value is 100 rupees. Okay. But it can be 10 rupees, it can be 1 rupee, it can be anything. So what is face value? It is the value or the worth assigned to 1 unit of the share. Okay. Now, as I mentioned here, face value is also called as par value or nominal value. Some books are using these terms for face value. Usually the face value is rupees 10 or rupees 100. It can be rupees 1 also, but very rare. Okay. Now, what do you mean by shareholder? A person who owns the shares of a company is called as a shareholder of the company. A person who has invested by purchasing the shares of a company is called as shareholder. Okay. And shareholder, as I mentioned before, becomes the partner of the company. Okay. So he must get his share of the profit. Also, if it is lost, then that share also he has to bear. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of share certificate? When you purchase the share, you get the certificate. That how. So, for example, as I mentioned in this example here, that suppose I purchase 100 shares of company whose face value is 10. So I'll get when I purchase, I'll get a share certificate. Okay. That is a proof that I have purchased this many shares of the company. So a certificate issued to shareholder with details like number of shares issued, share numbers, certificate number, etc. is called as a share certificate. Now, what is the meaning of dividend? So as I told you that every shareholder will get the share of his profit because he becomes a partner of the company. So that the amount which he will receive, that is called as a dividend. So what is the definition of dividend? At the end of every financial year, a part of the net profit of the company is distributed or divided among the shareholders. This is called as a dividend. Okay, whatever the profit company has received, net profit, okay, when it is divided among all the shareholders, and that is called as a dividend. Now it varies from year to year because the profit may not be same every year. The company might have got very huge profit this year. It may not be same next year. So dividend may not be same always. It depends upon the company's performance. Now, remember one thing, dividend is always calculated as a percentage of face value. What is face value? It is the value of one share of the company. Okay. And the dividend is calculated on that face value. It is called as the rate of dividend. So for example, 8% rate of dividend. Suppose a company declares the rate of dividend as 8%. What is the meaning of that? So meaning of 8% dividend means is if the face value is 100, then the dividend received per share is rupees 8. So let me give you an example here. 8% dividend. So what is the meaning of 8% dividend? If the face value, percentage means 100. So if the face value is 100, then on one share, how much amount you are getting? Dividend on one share is how much? Is rupees 8. That is the meaning of 8% share. I hope you are understanding. So on one share, you will get 8 rupees. So suppose if a person has got 100 shares of that company, suppose number of shares are 100. Okay. So how much total amount he will get his dividend? Total dividend, how much he will get? On one share, he is getting 8 rupees. So on 100 shares, number of shares is suppose 100. So on 100 shares, how much he will get? 8 into 100. That means how much dividend he has received? 800 rupees. That is the meaning. Okay. So once again, 8% rate of dividend means if the face value is rupees 100, then dividend received per share is for one share, how much dividend is received? 8. So you can multiply this 8 by the number of shares and you will get the total dividend. So we have here the formula for total dividend. What is the total dividend? It is the rate of dividend into face value into number of shares divided by 100. So if you see here that if you apply this formula, here the rate of dividend is 8%, correct? So rate of dividend is 8 into face value is 100. And suppose I've got 100 shares, number of shares is also 100. Divided by, this will get cancelled. And I'm getting how much? I'm getting 800 rupees as my dividend. So by this formula, you can calculate the total dividend. So to calculate the total dividend, you must know what is the rate of dividend. Okay. And as I told you, the rate of dividend is calculated on the face value. So it is the percentage of face value. So that is why rate of dividend multiplied by face value multiplied by total number of shares. That will give you the total dividend. Okay. We will solve some problems where we are going to calculate the total dividend. So I hope you have understood the meaning of dividend. Dividend is the company's profit which is distributed to the shareholders. It is always calculated on the face value. Next slide. Now, types of shares. So the first one is equity shares, which is also called as ordinary shares. What is this equity shares? The equity shareholders gets the dividend as a percentage of company's profit on certain conditions. The rate of dividend is flexible and changes according to company's financial status for that particular period. So equity shareholders, for them, the rate of dividend is not same. It is flexible, okay? And it depends upon the company's financial status. Second one is preference shares. Preference shareholders gets the dividend as a fixed rate and it is constant throughout. It will not change, okay? What is the meaning of bonus shares? See, sometimes what happens, company is doing extraordinary well and earning huge amount of profit. Then what company does, it offers the bonus shares, that means extra shares, to the existing shareholders. That means if you are already having some shares of that company, then company may offer you some bonus shares, okay? It will be in proportion to the number of shares you are already having. So what is bonus shares? These shares are issued to existing equity shareholders, okay, in proportion to the number of shares in possession of the shareholders. So for example, suppose company says that for every 10 shares, company is going to offer 3 bonus shares, for example. Okay, for every 10 shares, 3 bonus shares are offered. Every 10 shares, 3 bonus shares. If you are having 10 shares with you, you will get 3 extra shares, 3 bonus shares. So suppose a person has got 20 shares, then how many bonus shares he will get? 6 bonus shares, correct? If a person has got 50 shares, then he will get 3 into 5, that is 15 bonus shares. So bonus shares are always given in proportion to the number of shares in possession of the shareholders. Now, one term I have already introduced to you, that is face value. There is one more term which is called as a market value of the share. Say, buying and selling of the shares, which is also called as the trading. Okay, you might have heard about the Bombay Stock Exchange, correct? So buying and selling of the shares, which is called as a trading, is done at a place which is called as a share market or stock exchange. Okay, it is not like done in the normal market, like as you are going to buy groceries and clothes and all. You don't go in the normal market and purchase the shares. Buying and selling is done at a particular place that is called the share market or the stock exchange. Now, nowadays, the trading of the shares, or that means the buying and selling of the shares, is done through Demat account. So everything is now digitalized. Okay, so it is done through an account which is called as a Demat account, and it is done through the banks. The shares are not held in physical form. Before, you used to get the physical copy of the share certificate. Now everything is done in the form of electronic account, which is called as a Demat account. Now, as I told you, there is one more term associated with the shares, which is called the market value. Market value or market price of a share is the price at which it is purchased or sold in the market. See, there is one thing which is called face value, and there is another thing which is called the market value. What is the difference? Face value is the value assigned or the worth of one share. Okay, market price is the price at which it is available in the market. Market price and face value may not be same. Okay. Now, here, how will you calculate the amount invested? Market price of one share multiplied by number of shares purchased. See, when you are purchasing the shares, you are investing the money, correct? So that is why it is called as amount invested. How will you calculate the amount invested? Amount, how much amount you have invested to purchase the shares. So that will be equal to market price of one share multiplied by number of shares purchased. And suppose you want to find out the number of shares purchased, this number of shares purchased, then it will be equal to how much amount invested divided by market price of a share. Okay. Similarly, how to calculate the amount received? See, when you will receive the amount, receive means you are getting the money. So you will receive the amount when you sell your shares. So the amount, number of shares sold, बेच रहे हैं आप. Okay. यहाँ पर आप जब इन्वेस्ट करते हैं तो आप शेयर्स को खरीदते हैं. That is why we call it number of shares purchased. Okay. And जब आपको अमाउंट, जब आप शेयर्स को सोल्ड करते हैं, बेचते हैं, तो आपको अमाउंट मिलता है, करेक्ट? That is why it is called as a amount received. So amount received, how will you calculate? It is market price of one share multiplied by number of shares, how many shares you have sold. Okay. From this formula only, this formula is coming, number of shares sold. If you want to find out how many shares you have sold, how will you get that? Amount received divided by market price of one share when you have sold. Okay. So these formulae will help you to calculate the amount invested and the amount received, and also number of shares purchased and number of shares sold. As I mentioned before, that face value and market price of a share may not be same. Okay. It all depends how the company's performance is. Okay. So that is what is a note here. Market value need not be same as face value. Okay. Suppose the market price or market value is equal to face value. Then in that case, we say that share is at par. As I told you, face value is also called as a par value. So अगर market price और face value same होगा, तो हम क्या बोलेंगे कि share is at par. Okay. If market value is more than face value, see this is the symbol for greater than. Okay, this symbol. या जहां पर ये दो आ रहा है, this is greater. So if the market value is more than face value, then we say that share is above par, more, so above par, or it is also called as share is available at premium. Okay, because का value face value से ज्यादा market value. Third, if the market value is less than face value, this is the symbol for less than. So this one is for less than. Here 1 point. Okay, so market value less, here mark 2 points, so this is the symbol for greater than. So if the market value is less than face value, then the share is said to be below par. If it is below par value, par means face value, or it is also called as a discount, or it is available at discount. So let me give you one example here. Suppose the face value of a share is say 100 rupees. And suppose its market price is 120. So it is more than face value. The worth of a share was 100 rupees, but it is available in the market for rupees 120, 20 rupees more. So we will say that the share is above par, or it is available at premium rate, correct? And if market value is say 80 rupees, suppose the face value is 100 and the market price is 80 rupees. That means the share is available at rupees 80, below face value, lesser than face value. So we will say that the share is at a discount. It is available at discount. Okay, worth था 100 रुपए और ये available है 80 रुपए, so you are getting the discount, correct? So these are the certain terminologies which you must know. Okay. Now the buying and selling of the shares is done through the brokerage firm, and which is charging a commission. That commission is called as a brokerage. So whenever you purchase or sell your shares, you have to pay some extra amount. That is called as a commission. Okay, a commission it charged to you, which is also called as a brokerage. Okay, so the buying and selling of shares is done through brokerage firm. There are certain firms you might have heard about, the Share Khan, or some banks are also doing through that bank also you can purchase or sell the shares. Okay, so this commission is called as a brokerage. Note that brokerage is always calculated as a percentage of market value. Okay, suppose you are purchasing the shares, and suppose the brokerage is 1%. What is the meaning of that? 1% brokerage, meaning what? If the market price is 100 rupees, then 1 rupee will go to the broker. Okay, 1 rupee brokerage you are paying. So what is the meaning of 1% brokerage? What is the meaning of 1% brokerage? As I mentioned here, brokerage is always calculated as a percentage of market value. So what is the meaning of this? This means if market price is 100, percentage means 100, then how much is the brokerage? What is the brokerage? Brokerage is rupees. So that means to purchase one share, you have to pay 1 rupee brokerage also. So that means for you, how much is the cost of the share when you went for purchase for buying the share? You have to pay 100 rupees as a price of the share, and also brokerage 1 rupee. So that means आपके लिए what is the purchase price? It will be 100 plus 1. That is 100, and because आपको brokerage भी देना पड़ेगा, correct? So purchase price of a share is market value plus brokerage. आपको ऐड करना पड़ेगा. अगर 2% है तो 2 रुपए ऐड करना, तो आपके लिए उसका कॉस्ट 102 होगा, क्योंकि आपको 100 रुपए का आप खरीद रहे हैं, 2 रुपए आप ब्रोकरेज दे रहे हैं, तो 102. Okay, so whenever purchase price is calculated, it brokerage is added in the market. So purchase price of a share is market value plus brokerage. Similarly, selling price of a share. See, when you sell your shares, you will get the amount, correct? जब आप बेचोगे तो आपको पैसा मिलेगा, तो you will get the amount, correct? So market selling price of a share. Suppose the market price of a share is 100 rupees today, okay? And you want to sell your share. And suppose when you are selling your share, the brokerage you have to pay is say 1%. So for 100 rupees, you are paying 1 rupee. So how much amount you will receive after selling the shares? What will be the selling price for you? It will be 100 rupees is the market value, but you are paying 1 rupee as a brokerage. So 100 minus 1. So आप बेचने के बाद आपके हाथ में 99 rupees ही आएगा. Okay. So you have to remember one thing, that while calculating the selling price of a share, brokerage is subtracted from the market price, and while calculating the purchase price, brokerage is added to the market price. So this is very important. Okay. So to summarize what we have done today, we started with the definition of share. What are different types of shares? What is the term face value? What is the meaning of dividend? What is market value? And when do you say that share is at par, above par, and below par? And also how to calculate the amount invested, number of shares purchased, amount received, number of shares sold. And finally, how to find out the purchase price and selling price of a share. To calculate the purchase price, brokerage is added in the market value because you are paying the brokerage while selling. So you are paying extra amount, right? So in that case, brokerage will be calculated in the market. While selling the shares, you are getting the amount. So अगर आपका आप 100 रुपए में बेचा है लेकिन 1 रुपए आपका ब्रोकरेज जा रहा है, तो आपके हाथ में कितना पैसा आ रहा है सेल करने के बाद? सेलिंग प्राइस उसका इफेक्टिवली 99 रुपीज हो रहा है, तो ब्रोकरेज आपको सब्ट्रैक्ट करना पड़ेगा. So this was the theory which we have done today. We have little time, so I can take one problem. Look at this problem. Radha owned 300 shares of a company of face value rupees 100 each. The dividend declared by the company was 8%. Find the amount Radha will get as the dividend. So whenever you have given any problem like this, you read the problem and try to write down what are the given things. So what is given to me here? Radha owned 300 shares of a company. So I know number of shares. How many shares he is having? 300. What is the face value? Face value is 100. And what is the company's rate of dividend? It is 8%. So rate of dividend is 8%. What you have to find out? We have to find the total dividend. So how will you do this type of problem? So how will you find? You have to find out the total dividend. We have a formula for that. It is rate of dividend into face value into number of shares divided by what is the rate of dividend? It is 8%. Face value, it is 100. Put it here. How many shares? 300 shares divided by 100. On one share, she is getting how much rupees? How much amount she is getting on 8 rupees she is getting, and how many shares she is having? 300. So that means what is her total dividend? 2,000. So total dividend is 2,000. So this was a very simple problem. Okay. I had planned some more problems, but because of the shortage of time, we cannot complete that. So we'll do it in the next class. I hope you have understood today's lecture. More problems we will solve in the next class. Thank you.